Talk to girl, humped and dumped. Yeah, exactly. Yep, that's the truth there, mixed media. Yep. Yeah, you're right. Stupidity is the next, it's the next pandemic. It's unreal. But anyway, as long as there's people like me and you and Tammy and everybody else who comes on here and wants to listen to this, then we have some hope because people are at least questioning stuff. Shouldn't walk blindly into the slaughterhouse, you know what I mean? We're like, they're trying to lead us in again for a second time. These people get their way. They're literally going to roll us into frickin' death camps. They're going to claim, oh, it's for your own good. You know, just putting you over in this 15-minute city, you know, so you're healthier and, you know, you can't do the, we're going to have to take your car away from you and keep everything close at hand. Yeah, including the executioners, the chopping block, you know. It's just, exactly. Like, I mean, that whole 15-minute city bullshit, you know? Meanwhile, they're gonna, you know, be flying off to Hawaii or wherever, probably Maui, so they can steal more land and burn somebody else out of their frickin' property, you know? But you can't go down the street to get a fucking loaf of bread without, like, written permission from the powers that be. That's more or less where they're trying to lead us, you know? We're spreading out for a reason. Chaos is coming, and we'll have the perspective to help glue otherwise people together. Yeah, you're right. You're right, mixed media. It's dead on. You're absolutely correct. Yep. You know what? Going through all this shit the first time only made us stronger. And yeah, the people that did decide to wake up, that aren't cowards. Takes more guts to stand up and say things, you know, that aren't popular because, you know, the powers that be don't want you to say. But you know what? It's your choice. You can either die a coward or be a hero, you know, by at least not allowing them to roll you off to a death camp and not stand up for other people, too, as well as yourself. Yep. This is stronger than yeah. Yeah. Because we feel like, you know, we allowed them to get away with way too much. Way too much shit went on, you know? And people don't want to play that again. They're not into that shit. We're not going to allow you to march us into FEMA camps, you know? Yeah, thank God, too, because I honestly, halfway through the other pandemic thing, I was thinking, man, we're done. We're done. People are just going along to get along all the time. But maybe people are waking up. It seems like it to me. It's not as easy for them to gaslight everybody. People are stopping long enough to question, and that's all you got to do, you know? Be able to question something, say, does this make sense, or are we being gaslighted and bullshitted again? You know? So, who knows? I'm thinking that we got at least a fighting chance to hold them off, you know? Maybe it's going to turn the other way. I'm just looking at what the Bible says, though, that it's, you know, it's going to get worse before it gets better. That's for sure. But it is what it is, man. We got to endure and live through the bullshit. That's all. It hurts my heart watching the sheep will fall in line. I know, because a lot of people are still kind of scared, you know, what'll happen, I'll lose everything. You're already going to lose everything anyway. That's why you need to stand up. They plan on taking everything from you, just like the WEF was saying, and right in their face, you'll own nothing and be happy. You know, you go to a 15-minute city. They're deciding your fate for you. This is where you got to stand up as individuals and say, no, I'm taking responsibility on my life. I'm doing what I'm doing. We're each given that freedom by God. It's freedom of choice to live our lives, and don't allow them to squash out our freedom. That's what I say. What's it say? My conscience can deal with conscience better than ignoring it. Exactly. Yep. Standing up is at least the only way that you can, not feel bad when the shit finally does hit the fan and everything. At least you know you did your part, not to just march passively into a death camp, because that's what, if they get their way, that's where they're taking us. I promise you that. Whether you're gonna think, this guy's tinfoil hat. No, I'm not. I mean, they're calling them 15-minute cities, and they're building trailers for these people who are burned out of their homes up in Maui. Well, you know what? If you guys didn't use direct energy weapons on them, you wouldn't have to do that now, would you? You guys create the problem, hand out a solution. It's Hegelian dialectic, I believe you call it. They're controlling everything on both ends. It's like the same thing with weapons for war. They start the war, and then they sell the weapons to both sides, and these millionaire scumbags have been doing this for generations to us. We got to put a stop to this shit. Stand up. Yep, our prayers aren't not in vain. You're right. God hears them. All the disaster areas are still a disaster. It's so yeah, exactly. Now, how is it that, that, for instance, North Carolina is probably still a swamp where the hurricane went through. Are they moving in there and cleaning that up and fixing it for them? No. And they're getting ready to take that land, and it's probably contaminated. They've literally found radioactive waste somewhere in parts of that. They got into the water and everything else down there, plus raw sewage and everything else, and they're going to try to take that because somewhere in there's plenty of lithium for their damn new electric car batteries. That's what a lot of this is about, stealing the land again. It's imperialism, And that's one problem I got with Trump. He's joking around saying about Canada being the 51st state and go get the Panama Canal. You know what? You don't have the right to roll in there. I don't give a shit. We don't have the right to steal the Panama Canal. Now, you can make a deal or something, but don't get that attitude that, we're making America great, but we're going to rob everybody else to do it. No, everybody else needs to come along with us. We need to, if you're going to make the world great, let everybody be a winner, not just taking everything. And that's why people hate America, because we're not looking out for anybody else. It's the corporate greed that gets in there. What's it say? What's that? Imagine a disaster at Mar-a-Lago. Yeah, you're right. They'd have it cleaned up in a minute. Or I always say this, what about up in Martha's Vineyard, where all these millionaires go? If a hurricane or something blew up all that, it would be up and running again in, a couple weeks. So it's really sad. North Carolina people are, intense. Yeah, not allowed their homes. It's beyond inhuman. Yeah, how the fuck are you letting these guys live out in tents in the middle of winter and you're not doing anything for them, all right? That's BS. But meanwhile, we'll bring in Haitians and fly them out to different cities and put them up in hotel rooms, but people in North Carolina are getting no help. And FEMA's rolling right around different areas because it's a Trump area. That's crock of shit. Those people need to fucking be arrested for doing that shit. Political warfare. Yep, third world, because no one is telling them not to build and provide for themselves to survive. Exactly. Man, that's why we can't allow them to silence us, because people are laying back and just going along and not saying anything, or a great awakening does need to happen. It is happening, and we got to help it happen, because This world's really screwed up, you know? And I think God's trying to wake people up right now and get people moving because you can't go on like this. Sodom and Gomorrah, too. All this evil that's going on, judgment's coming, man, big time. Yep. Yeah, they're eating dogs and cats. That was happening down in the islands anyway. Why that wasn't to them a big deal? That's called survival. They're talking about how the Haitians were eating cats. Yeah, they were eating whatever they could get because people like Hillary Clinton was coming over to Haiti and taking advantage, acting like the foundation, the Clinton Foundation, was doing something. Yeah, they were doing something, all right. They were laundering money through there, kidnapping children out of there, and all kinds of other crap. And these people were living, for whatever they could get. So yeah, they were eating cats and dogs. When you start going hungry, you'd be surprised at what you would do. And that might be why now they're claiming that cats and dogs are getting the virus now, the bird flu, as well as the cattle and everything else, because they know that when push comes to shove, they don't even want you to have the option to maybe eat your pet to survive. They want you dead and gone. And they want to take any comfort away from you by forcing you to eat your dog, when there is no food, That's the way I look at it, They're going to outlaw pets. Watch. They're going to claim you'll catch a virus from them or something. Because the whole thing is, if they can crush your morale and make you lose all hope, then you're dead. Eventually it's quicker for them to, what's that say? Wow, that's morbid, but so it is reality. They're really thinking that way. These are sick assholes. They are. They're pushing, about pets and stuff, and hearing it out there, talking about, now that, the bird flu's getting into cat food and this and that. It's like, dude, these animals have been alive for forever with us. From time to time, animals do go extinct, but everything's like a panic. One guy died of bird flu down in Louisiana, and boy, you'd think they were almost celebrating. They finally got a battle casualty on this war against this shit, right? So now they can really turn up the fucking heat, and it's BS, dude. People die of bronchitis and pneumonia and everything else every single year, but you don't go on about it, and you don't shut down economies. You know what I'm saying? Who's this? How you doing, the burpee fisherman? Hello. Hey, what's up, Hannah Contreras? Thank you for stopping by. Yep, exactly, man. It's just things are so screwed up. Hang on 1 second. Let me put this down. I got to take my jacket off. It's getting hot as hell in here. I guess I'm getting hit with direct energy weapons probably for telling the truth. Nah, this fucking jacket's hot. Okay, there we go. I got layers on too. It was cold earlier. All right, cool. Thank you for stopping by, all you guys. Appreciate you. And if you can't, hit me with a thumbs up and maybe subscribe to the channel. This is the Legends and Tales of Josey Wales channel, and the other one right now is a new channel, Revenge of Josey Wales. Trying to build that one up too. First live stream. I actually did one live stream earlier, but nobody came on there. I thought you looked familiar. Yep. Thanks for stopping back again. Where are you from, burpee fisherman? Oh, you might have saw me on somebody else's live stream. Yeah. Yep. Scotland. All right, cool. Scotland the Brave in the house. Good to have you here, dude. Yeah, basically, people need to stand up. That's what I was talking about mostly while you guys came on there. Is if we let them do this shit again to us, it's our own damn fault, And by the way, we got two things going on here. I think I already said this. Legends and Tales of Josey Wales channel, and the other one is is I forgot it already. Brand new channel. Revenge of Josey Wales. I thought they were going to take the other one down, so I brought this one out. What's this? Okay. All right. Stuart the Fish Whisperer. It's good to have you on here, Stuart. Thank you. All right. Yep. Anyway, if you guys could subscribe to my channels, I'd appreciate it. I'm trying to build it up. What's this say? Okay, Mixed Media's hopping off here. Thanks again, Mixed Media. It's always great to have you on the live stream because you always got good things to say. A lot of times it's funny as hell, but you know the reason it's funny because it's true. You know what I mean? What do we got there? Tammy jumped over. Good deal. But thanks again. Appreciate you. And on the way out, hit me. You already got it probably up there. Thumbs up. So let me see what we got battery-wise here. Hang on. Okay. Keep charging this one for right now. Hang it. Put it back over here for a minute. Thank you. Thank you, Hannah. I appreciate you. Where are you from, Hannah? Hopefully somewhere warm, as we got a lot of snow up here. I'm in Delaware. Actually, it wasn't too bad, all in all. First snow of the year, really. Oh, okay, Alabama. I guess it doesn't get cold down there too often. Yeah, I didn't think so. I'm a Crimson Tide fan. Alabama College. Wait a minute, hang on. There we go. Yep. Yeah. But tell you what, though, at least you're in warm weather, you know. Maybe it gets too hot down there sometimes, too. Let me see what we got here. Trying to make sure I got enough battery on both of these, so I'm charging the right one. I screwed up. I wanted to do a live stream today, and I had a bunch of other things to do, and I made a mistake. I came home, I got everything done I needed to do, and crashed out. Next thing I know, I was trying to have it by 8 o'clock. Yeah, I can bet it gets too hot down there. Yep. So, what's it like down there? Is that's a red state, correct? You guys considered a red state in Alabama, right? Gotta be red. Crimson Tide. What we got here? Yeah. Anyway, I was going on about, and I'm glad some people are on here to hear it, just about the way that everybody's afraid, or has been afraid for a long time, to question anything. And you know what? That's what's wrong. Nobody stops long enough to think about the bullshit that they're dumping on us and saying, wait a minute, this doesn't even make any sense. This isn't following science. This is following Simon Says. They're telling us to go run off a cliff, and we're supposed to go do that without even a simple question, why? You know, and they can't even give you a decent answer when you do ask that, you know? That was my whole point, is that we got to stand up. We got to speak out, you know? My son and wife live near Childersburg. Oh, that's in Alabama? Yeah. Two of my favorite songs are about Alabama. Alabama, Get Away from the Grateful Dead, and Alabama, Sweet Home Alabama, Skinner. Wait a minute, what's this? Hang on one second. I just saw something pop up. I don't know what it was. But Trudeau's gone from up in Canada. Thank God. Sweet Home Alabama, you're right. It's probably a little town somewhere in Alabama. So, again, here, I'm going to probably shut this live stream over here down. Let me see what I got left on battery, and then just go with the one, finish out. 10%. Maybe I'll let it go a little longer. So anyway, though, I'm glad that you guys came on today near Talladega. All right, that's a panhandle near the top, sort of near Florida, isn't it? Okay. Are you down like where Gulf of Mexico, I guess is what you're talking about, right? Actually, I think I will cut this one off and just go with the one live stream. Appreciate it. If anybody's on here, thank you. And you can hop over to the other channel, Legends and Tales of Josey Wales. I'm gonna kill off Revenge of Josey Wales right now. I only had 10% anyway. All right, there we go. So anyway, I just think that what's that? The racetrack in Talladega. All right. Yeah, man. It's just that I hope people don't fall prey to the fear and shit again, like they did the last time, where people just went along to get along, you know, and afraid to question anything. So we do that again, I think we're in some deep shit, you know. Should be able to speak up. We do have freedom of speech. And you know what? Now that Trump's coming back in, I'm wondering if these platforms are going to mellow out a little bit on the censorship. It's kind of ridiculous. You know, we're in America, and you know you can't even say anything because you might hurt someone's feelings, or this might happen or that might happen. You know what? That's life. You got to be able to talk a little bit. Yeah. Talladega Nights, yeah. So, you said you subscribed. I appreciate that, Hannah. Thank you. Exactly. Man, I think anybody with common sense ought to be ecstatic, because you know what? Biden was purposely trying to destroy our country. If you can't see that, it's because you choose not to. I mean, on the way out, he's signing these executive orders that are stop Trump from being able to drill for oil. You know what? Sorry, but we got to do that. And they should, if you want to get off the oil and the gas, you should have been tapering off for years and not just try to cold turkey shut everything off. Too much shit runs on it. You know what I mean? Elon on X has decided to stop most talk about government policies about any country. You know what? Because now he's going to catch shit too, because he's with Trump or whatever. Here's the deal. Should be able to criticize Trump too. You know, nobody should be allowed to shut off any kind of talk. Hang on. You know what I mean? Constructive criticism is necessary in a society, in a way. You know, if it's to try to stop bullshit from happening, you should be able to speak up. Yeah. You know, at the end of the day, what really sold it for me, and I mean, I was going to vote for him anyways, they kept going after him unfairly. It was ridiculous, you know, because every one of us at one time or another in our lives were treated unfairly somewhere, and you're looking at this, it's like, this is ridiculous. All of a sudden the rules change and everything set up to go against Trump, and, you know, election interference all over the board. But then you think back too, when 2020 happened, the election, he was called an election denier. He wasn't allowed to question anything. But meanwhile, you know, they can say and do what they want. Chilling warning to America. What's this? Hang on. One Nation Under God. It's YouTube channel. It's got something up on it. Vlad. It's called One Nation Under God. He's worth checking out sometimes too. Let's see. Exactly. They made poor people feel sorry for Trump. Yep, that's where they screwed up. And Trump was smart enough to see it early on and play it to his strength. But I mean, you know what? I really believe Trump really wants to fix things in America and wanted that in the beginning. Now, I'm hoping that he follows through, and I think he will on everything he said, which I have to go for tonight. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you, Hannah. Stop on back. Appreciate you. Have a good one. Yeah, thanks for putting your 2 cents worth. And that's what we all got to do. Speak up and not be afraid to talk, because we're being trained the way that, censorship is messing up everything, Should be allowed to speak. It's America. People died for our rights, and I ain't handing them over, Speak up, America, or you're going to forever lose your voice. Just remember that shit, As long as you're speaking up, there's somebody standing up. So anyway, Tammy, what was the deal with, Monograph? Have you heard anything at all about his channel? I'm wondering if he's okay. I haven't seen or heard a damn thing. I left a comment, and he's been off there for about 3 weeks now. Yeah, it's kind of worrisome. I hope he's all right. I think he had a health problem at one point a year or so back, didn't he? I'll tell you what, there's a lot of YouTube channels all of a sudden are quiet lately. I guess they're getting tired of being censored into oblivion. I think, what's this? Yep. I think I'm gonna call it a night, and tomorrow I'll come back on and do another live stream. Kind of tired right now. I'll crash out, and like I said, tomorrow I'll be in here. Maybe I'll do a daytime live stream and one at night. So everybody who stopped in, I appreciate you all. Thanks a lot. You have a great night. And if you can, subscribe and hit me up